Before we get started, I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been supporting me so far, who supported the channel, who supported my Twitch, who supports me daily. You guys are amazing. You like my patrons, everybody, every one of my friends. You guys are just so inspiring to me, and you drive me every day to push myself further, make better content, and try out different things in Pokemon Go. And I just have so much fun with you guys. Thank you so much for the support. What's happening, battlers? Go to PvP. Trainer Rem here, back with another Go Battle League video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about my experience with GBL Day 2. I already streamed my Day 1s, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to record my off days from streaming. I'm going to record those sets, and then I'm going to post them in these videos, sort of tracking my progress through this season to try to get to rank 24. So for this week, I'm using Skarmy, SIRFETCH'D, and Galarian Stunfisk. We're running Air Slash, Sky Attack, Brave Bird on Skarmy. We're running Counter, Leaf Blade, and Brave Bird on SIRFETCH'D, and then Mud Shot, Rock Slide, Earthquake on Galarian Stunfisk. So without further ado, let's get into the battles. Coming into this first battle, I lead off with my Skarmy. They lead off with Shiftry. This is a great situation for us because Shiftry is weak to flying, of course. And then they switch into the Alolan Marowak, and I have my Galarian Stunfisk for that. It's going to be taking super effective damage from Fire Spin and Bone Club, so I have to watch out for that damage. But they do shield the first Rock Slide, so this is a very good position for us. We do have a decent amount of energy. We're going to see if we can get to an Earthquake, but they do build up to another Bone Club. I figured it wasn't going to be a Shadow Ball because there was no way they had enough energy for that, so I'm going to get to the Earthquake. We'll see if they shield again, or if we can get rid of that Alolan Marowak. And down goes the Alolan Marowak, so in comes Shiftry, and they throw their energy, which is still great because my Skarmy, it's a rank 1, so it can tank those foul plays really well, but the fact that it has less energy now just means it's better for us. So I'm gonna bring in my SIRFETCH'D actually, and then they bring in their Golbat. So I'm glad I switched into my SIRFETCH'D there because I wanted to see if they had a counter for my SIRFETCH'D in the back, and they did. Golbat. So we're going to be able to tank those Poison Fangs and Shadow Balls pretty well here, and they try to bait my shield with a Poison Fang. Doesn't work. We go ahead and throw the Sky Attack, see if we can get their last shield, and boom, like out goes the last shield. So we're going to be able to farm down that Golbat, even though they get off the Shadow Ball here, but still fine. Not going to be able to get rid of our Skarmy, and we do have a Sky Attack ready, so that is going to be GG's for this first battle. See you later, Shiftry. Going into the next battle, we go up against Danicore, who leads with Shiftry, another great lead. So Skarmy is clutching some leads here. So they switch out into a Mandibuzz, and I'm like, two Dark types. But I think, like, in this matchup, Stunfisk wins, but I'm not sure if they have Shadow Ball or Foul Play. So they try to bait my shield, I guess, with an Aerial Ace. We throw the Rock Slide, but Mandibuzz is a tanky flyer. And we're not going to shield this because I'm pretty sure I can tank whatever it throws, and it is an Aerial Ace. So this is a single moved Mandibuzz. Very interesting. So they're going to keep throwing the Aerial Aces. I'm just going to build up to maybe 2 Rock Slides here. We're going to build up to a Rock Slide and a half. And then we're going to throw off the Rock Slide. And I'm thinking at that point, if they shielded, they're trying to preserve their Mandibuzz. So I'm going to give them the Rock Slide, and they're going to switch back out into their Uxie. Very interesting pick, and I'm like, wait, what do I do? What is the moveset? What's the moveset on Uxie? So I don't know, but they do shield it, and I'm like, okay, so maybe it's squishy, so maybe I don't have a lot to worry about here, but I'm not sure what the moveset is, so I'm gonna shield whatever it throws. They are throwing quite a few confusions right now, so they're gonna throw a Future Sight, so we would have been fine. We're gonna be able to get up to a Sky Attack, and before that, Uxie did tank that Sky Attack pretty well. But Sky Attack goes through. That's going to be GG's for this battle. They throw their Leaf Blade, so it's a single move Shiftry, and they switch back into Mandibuzz. I'm going to switch back into my Stunfisk. I think they tried to get rid of my Skarmy, but Aerial Ace would not have ended Skarmy either way. So get rid of the Mandibuzz, and that's going to be GG's from this point on because yep, they do quit. Yep, there we go. Going into the next battle, we go up against RL 3011, who is running Granbull in the lead. So is this a Charm? This is a Charm Granbull. So usually the moveset for Granbull is Charm, Crunch, and Close Combat. So I'm going to throw the Sky Attack. They do shield the first Sky Attack. So they probably want to try and win the lead here, but we do reach a CMP tie. I'm going to shield here since I can keep the lead here. I have a Sky Attack ready, and they might have tried to swap out there, but we do catch them with the Sky Attack. They let their Granbull go down. They bring in a Bastiodon. So, Yeah, I'm gonna swap out because I'm thinking maybe they have something that's weak to Skarmy, and I'm gonna see if I can save it for whatever's in the back to throw the Stone Edge. So that is really good for us. We'll see if they have a flamethrower though. So we're gonna throw the Earthquake. We'll see if they shield it or if they just decide to let their Bastiodon go. They do shield, so I'm wondering what they have. Do they have flamethrower on it, or is it still Stone Edge? So we're not gonna shield because I can tank a flamethrower nicely, and it is a Stone Edge. So we're pretty good here. They switch into Lanoon, but I have the Earthquake ready. I'm gonna throw it, and I'm thinking, my switch timer's almost up. So I pretty sure I can catch the charge move, and it's gonna be pretty solid there, man. Pretty solid. So it is a Grass Knot. We're able to get rid of the Lanoon with this Sky Attack, and I still have my Galarian Stunfisk and my Sirfetch'd in the back. So this is going to be GG's from here on. I'm going to get to the Earthquake, and we are able to KO that Bastiodon. GG's there. Whoo boy, whoo boy. We are like kind of seeing some random teams here, some single move teams here, but we are in the lower ranks. We're in rank 4 right now, but we match up against an Azumarill. So this is going to be a little bit interesting. I think this was a Hydro Pump because I counted the bubbles. I think there was 8 bubbles, and they used a Play Rough. So we're going to throw the Sky Attack here. We're going to see if we can get a first shield here because most people kind of expect a Brave Bird coming out of Skarmy on the first turn, but nope, they don't shield it. So we're going to overcharge a little bit more, and we're going to see if we can get a shield now. No shield, so they're not shielding. But at this point, my rank 1 Skarmy can take a Hydro Pump nicely, but they ran Play Rough and Ice Beam. Very interesting. So we're able to win the lead there. They bring in Deoxys, and I'm like, oh lord. This isn't good because Deoxys with energy can do some damage to my team, but Galarian Stunfisk can tank those Thunderbolts and Rock Slides nicely, but the counters are going to be doing super effective damage. So I'm not going to shield whatever it throws, and I'm going to see if I can get rid of this Deoxys with Earthquake. Maybe get their last shield. Of course, it wouldn't go down to just Earthquake alone, but I'm going to see if I can get that last shield. So that means if they have something that's weak to Galarian Stunfisk in the back, they're overcharging, and they switch out into Altaria. So that was a very good swap on their part, so they're definitely an experienced player to pull off that swap. Oh, man. Oh, man. Very good swap there. That means that I'm in a very bad position right now since I am about to lose my Stunfisk. I cannot let this Altaria get past my Stunfisk, and that Deoxys has about 2 Thunderbolts built up, so they can KO my Sirfetch'd if I try to switch it in on the Deoxys. So we do get rid of the Altaria, and they're gonna throw, I think it's gonna be Rock Slide first, and then they have energy, and I'm almost there to Leaf Blade, but they're able to get off the killing Thunderbolt. That's gonna be GG's for this battle. Very well timed swap there. Whoo boy, going to the next battle versus Bieli Poppy. We are going to be going against Galarian Stunfisk, so it's very, very bad for us. So we switch into Sirfetch'd, and they have Wigglytuff for that. So, it's very risky here. They do shield though, so that's very good for us. So we are at a shield advantage, but they still do have switch advantage. So it's very sketchy here. So I'm deciding whether I should bring in Galarian Stunfisk to farm or bring in Skarmy to farm. So I bring in my own Skarmy, and they're gonna throw an Ice Beam here. So I'm thinking I can overcharge here, but I'm getting super low on HP. I probably should throw the Sky Attack here, and I should not have tried to farm down there because I'm super low on HP, and I do have a lot of energy, but a lot of energy with 1 HP is not good because they can just fast move you down at that point. We are at a good shield advantage here, so I'm gonna see if they throw the Earthquake. They throw the Rock Slide. Not good for us. Not good at all. So I'm gonna throw the Earthquake to see if I can get rid of this Galarian Stunfisk. We'll see if they shield, but they don't. They have Whiscash. So I'm like, okay, so the plan here is to maybe bait that shield, get off an Earthquake, and then see if I can come in with Skarm to get the destroying Sky Attack. We do CMP tie. That Whiscash wins the CMP tie, and we have to burn our last shield. So we are in a very precarious position. So we're gonna throw that Rock Slide, and we do get the shield. We get off the Earthquake, and I'm almost there. I can switch back. I can switch back in Skarmy, and then okay, dang. So I didn't switch back in Skarmy there, but I think I can get to a Sky Attack, and we're mud shotted down. That's unfortunate, but we did go 3-2. That's not bad at all. So we're going into the next set with Skarmy versus Oxagoon. Now, my rank 1 Skarmy can tank moves very, very nicely. So I'm gonna let this first Night Slash go. Didn't do a lot of damage, but if they got the boost, the damage from counter and Night Slash would add up. So I'm gonna get off a Sky Attack here, see if they shield, and they don't. So if I had gone with the Brave Bird there, that Oxagoon would have been gone. But we're gonna shield this here. and it's another nice slash. They don't get the boost again, but I'm gonna see if I can overcharge or maybe get. I'm gonna see if I can overcharge and maybe get a shield. We do get a shield, but I'm gonna switch back into my Surfetch'd because I figured they had double nice slashes ready, and I didn't want to lose my Skarmy just yet. And Oxagoon goes down. They bring in their own Skarmy, so this is pretty good for us. So we're gonna throw a Brave Bird here, and now the thing is about Surfetch'd, people don't know what it has. So he shielded the Brave Bird, which is very interesting because it wouldn't have done super effective damage, wouldn't even have done neutral damage. It would have been resisted, but he probably got nervous. So we're gonna throw the Rock Slides here. We're not in a bad position, so we're gonna throw the Rock Slide, and then they're just gonna keep charging up energy, but they didn't throw. So I'm wondering if they tried to get the double Brave Bird, which is not possible. You have to Brave Bird, overcharge, and then get off another Brave Bird. But Galarian Stunfisk, we're able to swap in, catch the Earthquake, and then they throw the Earthquake, and we clutch that win because Earthquake is going to do a lot of damage to that opposing Stunfisk. We're going to be able to Mud Shot down from here, and I have one more shield, so that is GG's. Very, very, very good play. So we're up against Text Boss, who is running Galarian Stunfisk in the lead. This is not good for us. So we're going to switch into Surfetch'd, and they switch into Alolan Marowak. Now, I'm going to throw the Brave Bird. Are they going to shield it or not? Are they going to shield it or not? They don't shield it. Brave Bird goes through, does a lot of damage because Surfetch'd's attack is super high. It's super high. So they throw the Shadow Bone just to KO us immediately. Very, very nice. So we're going to switch in Skarm to see if we can farm down. Are they going to get off a Shadow Bone? Nope. Down goes the Alolan Marowak. They bring back in Galarian Stunfisk, and this is not good for us because it can gain energy, and we are both at 2 shields, so it's going to be a very risky situation. So I'm going to throw the Brave Bird. We'll see what happens. They don't shield it, and we get the defense debuff, and they're going to throw a Rock Slide. I'm not sure if it's going to KO us or not. And the Skarmy does go down. I just noticed that. So, dang, I think if I had my Skarmy left, and if I didn't use the Brave Bird, I might have still had a chance here. They do go the Earthquake, so we do predict that. We're going to see if we can get a shield from them, or if we can just KO the Stunfisk right here. And they do shield it, so that means that they have something that's weak to Stunfisk in the back. So I'm going to throw Rock Slide, see if we can KO that Stunfisk. It's almost there, but 1 HP survival, and that's so annoying when that happens. When it happens, it's just devastating, especially when you're at a shield disadvantage, and they bring in Meganium. So this is a GG's from here on. Very unfortunate, because that Earthquake is going to be killing. It's going to be destroying Stunfisk, honestly, and I haven't seen Meganium in Go Battle League in quite a long time, so it's still going to do work here. So if I had Skarmy, maybe would have had a chance, but that's going to be GG's for this battle. Very well played. Going to the next battle versus Hakusiaku 3 up against Unova Stunfisk. So we are catching very bad leads here. At this point, I'm considering switching Surfetch'd in for a lead. They switch into Togekiss, and we lag for some reason, not able to get off the Brave Bird. I didn't want to risk the rest of this battle to lag, so we switch, we forfeit, we go to the next battle. They bring in Azumarill. Very decent matchup for us because we can go Sky Attack, maybe bait a shield. So I'm counting the bubbles. At this point, I think it's gonna be a Hydro Pump, so I shield. Usually, if they throw 8 bubbles, I'm assuming it's a Hydro Pump, so I'm just gonna shield regardless. And I know if they throw it in a Hydro Pump now, I can still tank it nicely. So I'm gonna throw the Sky Attack. We do get the shield because I might have thought that was a Brave Bird, so I'm gonna go for another Sky Attack because I can still get to a Brave Bird. So they're overcharging a lot, so I'm just gonna let whatever this is go, and it's an Ice Beam, so they still have a lot of residual energy left. They're gonna get to another Ice Beam, so I'm just gonna have to bring in Surfetch'd to get rid of this Azumarill at this point. So we're gonna throw in the Surfetch'd, and we're gonna throw off a Leaf Blade before they get off another Ice Beam or a Play Rough, maybe, and then down goes the Azumarill, and they bring in. Is it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Galarian Stunfisk. So this is weird. Oh, they brought in Skarmy. Maybe they thought they could catch the Leaf Blade on their Skarmy, but they threw the game because of that, I think. So if they brought in their Skarmy against my Surfetch'd, I would have swapped out to Galarian Stunfisk, but I would have had an energy advantage on my Stunfisk either way. So it might have been a GG from the get-go at that point. So we're gonna be able to just not shield anything, and we're gonna be able to just tank them nicely. But I'm thinking. Their win con is if they shield their Skarmy, which they do, they switch it back out, maybe to get rid of my, or try to keep it for my Surfetch'd in the back. There's the Brave Bird, and I predicted they were going to swap in immediately, and I get off the Leaf Blade, and let's see. Yep, they are shieldless, and we are at a shield advantage, so this is going to be GG's because I can get rid of that Stunfisk with Leaf Blade and then finish off that Skarmy with counters. So we get off a Leaf Blade here, and then this is going to KO the Stunfisk, and then in comes that Skarmy. It's close, but we're going to farm it down with counter. GG's. Going up against Chewmeister, we run into a Vigoroth lead, which is it's decent for us because Skarmy with better IVs, I think, can do better versus Vigoroth. Body Slam is resisted, but if this Vigoroth had an energy advantage, or it was like a switch in versus Skarmy, then I think we still would have been okay. But we do lag there, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of risky. I hate when you lag, man. Lagging is so it can be devastating and very discouraging sometimes. But luckily Body Slam doesn't do that much, and they switch into Clefable. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is probably their only fighting counter. So thank goodness that this is in on our Stunfisk, and we do get off the Earthquake. And I'm gonna shield it because I want to get rid of that Vigoroth. Because like I said, Vigoroth with energy advantage is very, very dangerous. So we're gonna they're gonna bring back in their Vigoroth, maybe try to get off a Bulldoze, or possibly try to counter us straight down. They get off the Earthquake, they don't shield. What's in the back? Altaria. So this is very, very good for us, since I do have energy on my Skarmy and I have my Galarian Stunfisk, and they're not shielding just yet. So I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to bide their time, see if they can overcharge a little bit more. They don't shield that either, so either they might have just accepted this loss, or they're gonna farm us down. But at this point, I can just mud shot down. Or I can counter down with SIRFETCH'D. So either way, it's a very well played game. But GG's. And then for this set, we went 3-2. We made it to rank 5, making good progress. Making very good progress. Going into the next set, I switched up my lead out of Skarm for SIRFETCH'D, and we catch a Unova Stunfisk, which is exactly what I wanted. Because a lot of people tend to lead things that are weak to fighting, or weak to SIRFETCH'D in general. So we're gonna throw a Leaf Blade here. We'll see if they shield or not. Are they gonna shield? They do shield, and they switch out into Skarmy, which is great for us. And then I bring in my SIRFETCH'D. We are at a shield advantage, so either way, we're pretty good here, because I can try to get off an Earthquake on that Unova Stunfisk to get rid of it in the end, or maybe get a shield. So it's pretty good. So we're gonna throw another Rock Slide here, and we're gonna overcharge just a little bit more, and they do get off. Is it gonna be a Brave Bird or another Sky Attack? So another Sky Attack. So they're probably trying to run down the switch timer so they can switch back in quickly. But I'm gonna see if I can get rid of that Skarmy before they do. So I'm gonna overcharge just a bit more, and we're gonna throw another Rock Slide. Are they gonna shield, or are they gonna let it go? Okay, they let it go. They switch back in Stunfisk, and they throw a Mud Bomb. So I'm gonna shield it because I know I can get rid of this last shield or get rid of that Stunfisk. So we throw the Earthquake. What's gonna happen here? And they don't shield. Down goes the Ufisk, and in comes Ferrothorn. So I'm trying to get to a Brave Bird, but it doesn't work. So luckily I have Skarmy, but the thing about Ferrothorn is that it could have Thunder. So it does beat us in the CMP tie, and we're not gonna shield because I can tank a Thunder, and better IVs, I tank a Thunder pretty nicely. We're gonna throw the Sky Attack. They do shield, and I'm gonna build up to another Sky Attack here. But Bullet Seed builds up a lot of energy really quickly, and it's another CMP tie. So we shield it up. This is gonna be GG's because this Sky Attack is gonna KO that Ferrothorn. GG's, very well played there. Going to the next battle versus Phantom Menace, and you're gonna see why I quit in this battle because this is just painful. Shadow Hypno in the lead. I'm like, okay, so what are the chances that they have a Shadow Machamp? So at this point, I'm like, okay, so this is pretty much GG's. If they have a flying counter in the back, I'm pretty much finished. So we're gonna get off a Rock Slide here. I'm sure they were counting the Mud Shots here because they didn't shield. If I had done the Earthquake, then they probably would have shielded because they were probably counting the Mud Shots. So we're gonna throw a Rock Slide here. They do shield, and they're gonna counter us down. Now it has a lot of energy. We're in trouble. I'm just gonna throw in SIRFETCH'D just to tank one cross chop, maybe farm it down. And we're doing a lot of damage to each other, and down goes SIRFETCH'D. I'm gonna bring in my Skarm, and they have Galarian Stunfisk, so that's gonna be GG's. I'm just gonna go on to the next battle. Going up against Rocio, I missed the numbers, but up against Whiscash, and this is a Water Gun Whiscash, so it's very interesting. It means it's gonna be getting to Mud Bombs a little slower than the Mud Shot variant of Whiscash. So they're gonna shield the first Leaf Blade. They're gonna switch into Marowak. I quickly switch into my Galarian Stunfisk, and we're gonna see if we can get to an Earthquake, maybe just one-shot it, or get rid of a shield. So they throw a Shadow Ball like I predicted, and then we're gonna get off an Earthquake. Are they gonna shield it, or are they gonna let the arrow? Okay, they let it go. They let it go. Very nice, very nice. So they bring back in Whiscash. They throw a Mud Bomb immediately, which they probably didn't have to do, but they're gonna farm us down here. And I'm thinking at this point, if they farm me down, ooh, I'm gonna switch into my Skarmy to see if I can tank the Mud Bomb, because I don't want the Mud Bomb to hit my SIRFETCH'D. So they bring in Skarm. They throw immediately. Is it Blizzard or is it Mud Bomb? Yeah. It's a Mud Bomb, so we're good here. They bring in Electrode. Thank goodness I switched my Skarmy into the Whiscash and then brought out the Electrode. So I am going to build 2 Leaf Blades here. They throw the Foul Play, but they, I think they're going to shield. Yep, they have to shield this first Leaf Blade. I'm going to see if this one takes out the Electrode, but they do sneak in a Volt Switch, which is very, very risky, and it's going to be a tie. Whew, that was super close, but that's going to be GG's because the Whiscash cannot survive this Sky Attack, and that is going to be GG's for this battle. Very well played. Going to the next battle, I'm up against a player who led with Galvantula. Now, I noticed that I'm having trouble with these teams that have Galvantula, Azumarill, and Galarian Stunfisk. So I do get the first shield with Leaf Blade. But then they throw a lunge, which most people usually do in the lead with Galvantula because they want to farm you down with Volt Switch, so you have to watch out for that. So I'm gonna throw another Leaf Blade. Since we are double debuffed, nothing we can do, so I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna bring in my Galarian Stunfisk to farm down. Hopefully, don't get off a lunge on my Stunfisk. Can we farm it down? Can we farm it down? And we do. Excellent, excellent. And then they bring in their Azumarill, and I'm like, okay, so whatever they have is weak to Galarian Stunfisk in the back. So I'm going to throw the Earthquake, and I'm counting the bubbles. I'm counting up to a Hydro Pump, and we swap in. Is this the Hydro Pump, or is it an Ice Beam, or a Play Rough? Hydro Pump. And did have damage to us, but they have Stunfisk in the back. And I'm thinking, okay, so this is bad for us, since I do have an energy advantage on my Galarian Stunfisk, but at this point, they can get an advantage on their Galarian Stunfisk as well. So this is going to be very, very risky for us. So we throw the Brave Bird. They're going to be able to farm us down at this point, but I'm going to try and get off another Brave Bird here. They're going to try and farm us down. We get off another Brave Bird. But like I said, they have a lot of energy here, so they're farming us down. They can easily bait my shield and take the win. I'm not at an Earthquake just yet, but I'm like, okay, so what do I do here? I got a shield. They baited me. I'm almost there. It's a CMP tie, and that's going to be a GG's for this battle. And my Galarian Stunfisk loses a lot of CMP ties versus a lot of opposing Galarian Stunfisk because it's a rank 9. So higher attack Galarian Stunfisk are more likely to win those battles, and we're up against the same team. Galarian Stunfisk, Azumarill, and Galvantula, Galarian Stunfisk, and Azumarill again. So they throw the lunge again. They don't go for the discharge because I want to farm us down. I do get up to the Leaf Blade. I switch out to catch the charge move on my Galarian Stunfisk. It's going to be another lunge because they want to farm us down, and they're going to swap out into their Azumarill. So it's literally the same exact team. So I'm wondering, did someone actually make a video on this, or is it just a common team for people to use? I'm not sure. But so I'm just gonna let my Galarian Stunfisk go down. They throw the Hydro Pump instead of trying to farm us down. So I'm gonna actually bring in my, which one do I bring in? Skarmy. So then they don't do a lot of chip damage with Bubble to my SIRFETCH'D, because I do want to save it for Galarian Stunfisk and Galvantula possibly. So I'm going to try and get off a Leaf Blade here, but they swap out into Galarian Stunfisk, which they're probably trying to catch the Brave Bird or the Sky Attack, which that means that they kind of put themselves in a bad position here, but a very good position for us. So we're going to throw double Leaf Blades. They're going to shield the first one. I get off the Leaf Blade here. I have a lot of energy on Skarmy, so remember that. I have a lot of energy on Skarmy. So it's going to be very close here, but they farm us down. They're going to be able to get off just one Rock Slide, which isn't going to be enough to KO Skarmy. Now I have a lot of energy, so I can easily double Sky Attack to win against this team. So they brought in a Azumarill to tank the first Sky Attack, and that Galvantula has a decent amount of health, but they swap out into Galvantula, maybe trying to farm me down, but I get off the second Sky Attack. And then this is going to be GG's. Go Skarmy, look at you. Look at you. We went 3-2 in that battle, or in that set, so we made it to rank 6. We're making a lot of good progress with this team. A lot of good progress. Going into the next set, we run into a Bastiodon double Razor Leafer team. So very good for us because the SIRFETCH'D can easily catch those Bastiodon leads. So it's super solid. I swapped in Skarm to Grottle because I know that it's not going to be doing any damage with Razor Leaf and Body Slam. Now I'm thinking at this point, okay, so I need to have Skarmy for that Victory Bell in the back. So I'm going to try and stall for as long as possible, and then I'm going to swap back in SIRFETCH'D, gain some energy, maybe force them to burn a shield. So overcharge, they're going to try and farm us down, swap back into SIRFETCH'D, they're going to throw a charge move, because they're going to try and avoid me getting off a charge move on their Bastiodon, and then they have Shadow Victory Bell. So I'm going to throw a Brave Bird. Do they shield it? They're going to shield, right? Yep, they do shield. Okay, so then we're going to bring back in Skarmy, since I have a lead on that. I have a decent energy advantage on that. So we over tab just a little bit, but we are able to get up Sky Attack to get rid of that last shield. And Galarian Stunfisk can tank whatever moves it throws, but I'm thinking, okay, so if they bait my shield with an Acid Spray, I'm gonna lose because that Bastiodon has energy on it and they can get to a Flamethrower. They threw the Acid Spray, I didn't shield it, I called that. So we throw the Rock Slide to KO that Victory Bell, and that Bastiodon's gonna be losing because I have a shield, and I called that bait correctly. So it's gonna be GG's from here on, and that felt good, man. That felt really, really good. So we're going up against a rank 7 player who's using Marowak in the lead. This is very bad for us. So we're going to swap out. I get a call there. Come on, get that out of there. There we go. And they switch into Shiftry. So I'm thinking, okay, so it's Marowak lead, Shiftry switch in. Is this the Marowak Shiftry Ferrothorn team? So they do shield. Did they shield already? No, they didn't shield yet. I threw the Rock Slide. I'm going to throw another one. Are they going to shield here to keep switch advantage? Yep, they're going to shield here, and no matter what they throw, I can tank at least one more charge move on my Galarian Stunfisk. So, we are able to tank that Leaf Blade. We're going to get off another Rock Slide. Are they going to shield here? Yes, sir, they do shield, so we are at a very, very good shield advantage here. So we do shield the first charge move. I was worried it was a Hurricane, because some people are insane and run Hurricane on their Shiftrys. Whew. So this is going to be another Leaf Blade, does a lot of damage. And then I'm going to quickly swap into my Skarmy, so then that Marowak doesn't farm me down. So then we're going to shield this. Is it a bait? It's a bait, unfortunately. So they're going to be able to get off a Shadow Bone or a Shadow Ball here. Yep, Shadow Bone. They got the energy debuff, and they switched into Ferrothorn, which might have been a misplay on my opponent's part, since I can easily Brave Bird and farm down with SIRFETCH'D, but it's a CMP tie. We almost pull it off, but let's see. You'll see why this is actually better for me. So I'm gonna farm down the Ferrothorn. We're gonna be able to get to a Brave Bird just in time. Is this gonna be enough to KO the Marowak? Down goes the Marowak. Go SIRFETCH'D, man. That was a great, great battle. GG's there. GG's. All right, going up against Baja 3. We're gonna be going up against an Azumarill, so we'll see why SIRFETCH'D is good in matchups versus Azumarill here. So then SIRFETCH'D is gonna be going straight Leaf Blade here. I'm gonna overcharge here, and they don't shield the first Leaf Blade. Maybe they didn't know what I had. Maybe they're trying to overcharge a little bit more. They throw a Play Rough, so I'm gonna see if I can get to 2 Leaf Blades before they can get to another Play Rough. So we overcharge a little bit more. So we'll see if we can get a shield here. We do get the first shield. We're gonna get a second shield here, or are we gonna make the Azumarill go down? Azumarill is down, so they're gonna bring in Galarian Stunfisk, which is really good for us. And let's see here. So are they gonna shield this Leaf Blade? Yep, they shield Leaf Blade. So whatever's in the back is weak to SIRFETCH'D. So to the Rock Slide, Stunfisk goes down. I have a shield advantage, and they swap into a Bomb of Snow to probably try to tank the Earthquake. But I have Skarmy for that. That's gonna be GG's because I have energy on my Galarian Stunfisk, and that Stunfisk can't do anything versus my team now. So I'm just gonna tank these Weather Balls. I'm gonna save my shield for my Galarian Stunfisk. So the Weather Balls, like I said, not going to be doing anything to my Skarm. We're going to get rid of the Bomb of Snow with our Sky Attack, and they are going to get off a Rock Slide, throwing their energy, which is great for us. We're going to come back in with the Earthquake ready, and they quit the battle. So GG's there. SIRFETCH'D versus Umbreon. Great lead here. So we have to watch out for the last resorts, because those are going to be doing a decent amount of damage to us as well. But SIRFETCH'D should still clutch this lead for us. They do shield the first charge move, so I'm going to shield whatever they throw. I'm sure this is the last resort, but it's a Dark Pulse. So I wasn't sure if this was a single move Umbreon or ooh, let me slow down. I wasn't sure if they were going to throw the last resort or bait our shield. And we'll see if it's a single move Umbreon. They do shield the second Leaf Blade though. So they might have a team that's weak to SIRFETCH'D entirely, and they only throw the Dark Pulse, so it's a single moved Umbreon. So Umbreon goes down, they bring in Whiscash, and we're going to be able to beat it to the Mud Bomb with Leaf Blade. Whatever's in the back is weak to Sirfetch'd. So down goes Whiscash and Ferrothorn. So Sirfetch'd is just going to be clutching this entire battle for us, dude. Like, look, watch Brave Bird. Brave Bird's going to be 3, 2, 1, boom. Sirfetch'd, baby. Sirfetch'd. Let's go, let's go. Next battle. Okay, let's see what the lead here is. So it's Shiftry, another great lead for Sirfetch'd, dude. And then in comes Azumarill, and I'm thinking, okay, so, ooh. I could have swapped in Skarmy there, but I have Skarmy for Shiftry now, so I guess it's not as bad. But I'm going to shield here. We're going to see if we can get double shields here. But they did throw the Ice Beam. So they're going to be overcharging a little bit more here. I think they're going to be able to beat us to a second Ice Beam. Yep, they are able to. So I'm going to double shield here to see if I can win, if I can keep switch advantage. Or see if we can get a second shield. So I'm going to be able to double Leaf Blade. See if we can get that second shield. Nope. Azumarill goes down, but they do keep the shield. They bring in their Galarian Stunfisk, which is really interesting. So, are they going to shield this? They do shield. So, I was thinking I might have messed up here, because what if they're able to get off double Earthquakes, man? What if they're able to get off double Earthquakes? So, my Stunfisk comes in, and I'm going to try to see if I can get there. Ugh, dang. Almost. Oh, wow, I thought I lost that, but they threw the Rock Slide, and that's where I thought I messed up. But thank goodness that they threw the Rock Slide, because if it were an Earthquake, that would have been so bad for us. But we're able to tank those Foul Plays nicely, get out the Sky Attack. That's going to be GG's. So I messed up there. Make sure if you had the lead, make sure you keep the lead, unless your entire team is weak to their switch-in. So we went, did we go 5-0 that time? Yes, sir, we went 5-0, and we're almost to rank 7 here. So Sirfetch'd comes in versus another Bastiodon. So I'm assuming this is another Bastiodon Razor Leaf for team. In comes Razor Leaf Cheerum, which would have been bad if it were Bullet Seed, but Razor Leaf were okay. We are okay. So it's going to get rid of the chair immediately, and then I'm sure they're going to try and farm me down. So I'm going to stall for time again, see if we can keep our Skarmy for the second Razor Leafer in the back. So let's see. So they're going to keep trying to farm us down. And I'm going to shield here because I know that they're going to try and stall out the timer. And I'm going to try and switch back in my Sirfetch'd. But I guess I gotta... Do I let it go here? No, I double shield. And then I'm going to see if I can get the shield. In comes the Victory Bell. I'm going to get the shield. We are at 2 Sky Attacks right now on our Skarmy. 2 Sky Attacks. So we do get the first shield. And I'm going to wait. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to bring back in my Skarmy. We have double Sky Attacks ready. So are they going to shield here? Nope. But, I mean, Stunfisk is going to be able to tank those flamethrowers nicely either way, since they're not stab, and Bastiodon's more defense heavy than attack heavy. So it's very low on HP. They're going to throw the first flamethrower here. And watch how much damage this does to Stunfisk. Watch. Just watch. Nothing, dude. Nothing. GG's. I made 2 Bastiodon Razor Leafer teams quit. Excellent. So here is another Galvantula, Azumarill, Galarian Stunfisk team. So I told you that I have trouble with this team. So I swapped into Skarmy instead of Galarian Stunfisk to tank the lunge. But we messed up there because they're able to get energy on their Galarian Stunfisk, which is bad for us. But if we're able to farm down with either one of our Galarian Stunfisk or our Sirfetch'd, we might have a chance. So I'm going to throw the Brave Bird. And then we do get the debuff, of course, but then they're going to throw the Rock Slide. And then this is going to KO the Skarmy, or they're going to undercharge. Okay, yep, this KOs the Skarmy. But I'm going to bring back in my Sirfetch'd to farm down. They do have energy, so I'm thinking this is an Earthquake. No, it's Rock Slide, so they baited our shield. So I'm going to try and farm down. Going to see if I can beat them to the next charge move. We'll see if they shield or not. And then they bring back in Galvantula? Yes, sir. They bring back in Galvantula. And I'm going to try to catch a charge move again. We're going to try and see if we can catch the lunge or the discharge on my Stunfisk, and they don't fall for the swap. But they do lunge us, so this is also not very good. I do have energy advantage on my Sirfetch'd, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough to get rid of this Azumarill and Galvantula. So, Earthquake is debuffed. It's not going to be doing that much damage, but are they gonna undercharge, or are they just gonna straight away throw? Ooh, no, I made a mistake there. I should not have shielded that, because I could probably finish off. I could have finished off the rest of them with I could have finished off this team with my I'm blanking out. I'm blanking out on names right now. I could have finished off the team with SIRFETCH'D. They do shield. They're gonna. We were so close. I thought I had a Leaf Blade ready. We probably could have won if I had the Leaf Blade ready, but it's okay. Just GG's. Nothing else we can do. It's super close though. Super close. So now I know. Swap into Galarian Stunfisk instead of Skarmy. Almost, but GG's there. Going to the next battle versus Primeape. So I think we're gonna be able to win the CMP tie versus Primeape here. So Leaf Blade, yep, they have Cross Chop ready, or if they have Night Slash, it would have been a CMP tie there as well. Yep, CMP tie. So we're gonna shield here. Is it Cross Chop? Nope, Night Slash, because most people don't have Legacy Primeape, and Legacy Primeape has Cross Chop. So are they gonna shield this or not? Are they gonna shield, or are they just gonna let it go down? They let it go down. They bring in their Bastiodon. Excuse me. So we do have a pretty good matchup here because Stunfisk versus Bastiodon. So I'm not going to shield this first Flamethrower. What are they going to bring in, though? Are they going to shield, though? Are they going to shield? Do they have Victreebel in the back? Do they have Grass type in the back? We'll see what happens. They do have Victreebel, but it's not Shadow. So either way, decent for us. So I'm not going to shield anything. I can just save my shield at this point. I could flex if I wanted to, man. I could literally flex if I wanted to, but I actually stopped tapping here. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna wait for the timer to go down because I don't want the Bastiodon to farm down my Skarmy. So I'm just gonna let this go. Another Leaf Blade. So, yep, we're gonna let the timer build back up, and we're gonna go for the Brave Bird and try to swap it back into Stunfisk as fast as possible. There we go, and it's gonna be GG's for this battle. Whoo! Very well played. Coming into the next battle, whoo! SIRFETCH'D versus Oxagoon. Excellent. So let's see if they switch out. They switch out into Grovyle. Have Skarmy for that. Very spicy pick though. Very spicy pick using Grovyle. But I'm not going to shield this because Grovyle doesn't have anything that's going to beat Skarmy. GG's in that battle. Very quick battle. So then we're going up against a person who used Azumarill lead. So we're going to see how well SIRFETCH'D does here again. We're going to overcharge. It's a double Leaf Blade. We're going to shield the first charge move. We're going to overcharge just a little bit more. They have Play Rough, so I'm going to be able to beat them to the next Leaf Blade. So, they don't shield that first move, but are they going to swap though? Yep, they swap into Cresselia, and I'm thinking, okay, so I have two things that counter Cresselia, but I figured Skarmy was the better option since most Cresselia run Grass Knot and Moonblast. So I'm just not going to shield anything. They didn't get the attack debuff. I'm not going to go for the Brave Bird though. I'm going to just straight Sky Attack the Cresselia down. And I'm going to overcharge just a little bit too. So we're going to throw Sky Attack soon, but they get off another Moonblast. Did they get the debuff? Debuff, and they did get a debuff. It's a 10% chance, I believe. So, oh boy, we're going to get off that Sky Attack. Are they going to shield? Nope. Almost. They overcharged quite a bit, and it survives by 1 HP, getting off another Moonblast. And then they bring in their Galarian Stunfisk. So I'm like, okay, so I have my both my Galarian Stunfisk and my SIRFETCH'D for this Stunfisk. So I'm thinking, okay, so they waste their energy here. So I'm thinking, bring in my Stunfisk to soak up the damage, and then bring back in my SIRFETCH'D to get rid of the Azumarill. So we do have energy on my SIRFETCH'D though, so pay attention to that. So I figured they were gonna swap back out, and then we get off the first Leaf Blade. They shield it. Second Leaf Blade. And they shield that one too. And then third Leaf Blade. Dude, SIRFETCH'D is just so good, dude. Look, like, bro. SIRFETCH'D, dude. And then Earthquake is gonna KO the Stunfisk. Dude, we just got rid of 2 shields on an Azumarill with 1 shield SIRFETCH'D. That's absolutely insane. So we went, did we go 4-1 that time? Yeah, I think we went 4-1 that time. And we got a Growlithe. Meh, doesn't matter. What are we gonna do? We got to rank 7. Rank 7. We had a lot of good progress today. A lot of good progress. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you found it very informative about the current meta of GBL and SIRFETCH'D, dude. SIRFETCH'D, this boy did some work. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.